The big questions after retirement. What is my meaning now? An opening note of reflection. Have you ever woken up one morning and felt the silence around you was different? No meetings. No deadlines. No one waiting for your report. And then, quietly, a question creeps in. Who am I now? If you've ever felt this, you're not alone. Many of us experience this after retirement. Not a loss of a job, but a loss of direction. Today, let's talk not about the past that's already gone, but about the new meaning that can still grow. Because the question, who am I now, is the start of a journey, a more honest, deeper, and freer one. The awakening moment. Hello, I'm Ordinary People, your online neighbor and fellow retiree. Let me open our conversation today with a question you might have whispered to yourself. After I retire, who am I now? This question often comes in the quiet moments. Maybe when you sit alone in the morning, looking at an empty calendar. Once, our lives were filled with clear roles. Teacher, employee, manager, business owner, healthcare worker. Now with those roles gone, what is left is an empty space and a big question. What is my meaning now? I want to invite you to walk with me into meaning, not as theory, but as a companion on this journey. The awakening of curiosity, the vital fuel, a sense of purpose. Dr. Richard Leider, a leading expert on purpose, calls it a deep human need, as essential as sleep or food. Purpose gives us a reason to get up in the morning and a sense of peace when we lay down at night. Research from Dr. Carstensen and the Stanford Center on Longevity shows that adults who live with a strong sense of purpose tend to be physically healthier, happier, and live longer. It's not age that weakens us, but often the loss of direction. Dr. Robert Waldinger, director of the Harvard Study of Adult Development, reminds us that purpose is the engine of a meaningful life. But what happens when retirement removes the roles that once fueled that engine? Many retirees face a void, a loss of identity and meaning. Yet this void is also an invitation, a chance to rediscover purpose in new ways. The science is clear. Purpose is not fixed. It can be found, created, and nurtured at any stage of life. Insight 1. Reclaim your role in other people's stories. When life feels empty, fill the lives of others. Purpose doesn't have to come from a job. It can come from small contributions that make a big impact. Consider becoming an informal mentor to a neighbor's child, a grandchild, or someone in your community. Volunteer at your local place of worship, a shelter, or a community library. Ask yourself, who might benefit from my life experience? Dr. Mo Wang, a psychology professor, found that social engagement after retirement helps smooth the shift in identity. You're not losing who you are. You're growing a new version of yourself. Let me tell you about Joan, who at 68 started volunteering at her neighborhood food pantry. She says, helping others gave me a new reason to wake up. I'm part of something bigger. This connection to others is a powerful source of meaning. Even small acts of kindness can build a bridge from isolation to belonging. Insight 2. Create small life projects that ignite you. We are never too old to have something that makes our hearts beat faster. Purpose often arises from activities that make us lose track of time, what psychologists call flow. This might be writing a family memoir, gardening and sharing the harvest with neighbors, rekindling a childhood hobby like painting, carving, knitting, or singing, or starting a simple YouTube channel to share stories, recipes, or life lessons. Dr. Becca Levy's research shows that positive attitudes toward aging can extend life expectancy by up to 7.5 years. When we feel meaningful, our bodies respond with renewed energy and vitality. Take the example of Sam, a retired engineer who began woodworking. I found joy in crafting something with my hands, he says. It's like I'm creating a new chapter. These projects don't have to be grand. The key is that they resonate with your heart. When you engage in flow, you tap into a powerful source of purpose and fulfillment. Insight 3. Build daily rituals that strengthen meaning. Purpose doesn't always come from big things. Sometimes it is in watering a plant with love or writing 3 things you're grateful for each night. Meaning can emerge from everyday awareness. Try these practical rituals. 3 gratitudes. Each night, write down 3 things you're thankful for that day. Morning journal. Before starting your day, write 1 sentence about your intention or hope. Daily connection. Reach out to 1 person every day, even if just for 5 minutes. Dr. Robert Waldinger's Harvard study found that strong relationships, not wealth or status, are the greatest predictors of long-term happiness. These relationships are built from intention and small habits. Consider Mary, who calls her sister every morning just to say, "Good morning." It's a small thing, she says, but it keeps us close. Daily rituals anchor us in meaning and connection, even in the quietest days. Insight 4. Embrace your changing identity with compassion. Retirement often triggers a shift in how we see ourselves. Dr. Nancy Schlossberg, an expert on transitions, encourages us to embrace this as a natural process. Instead of mourning the loss of the old you, welcome the evolving self with kindness. Ask yourself, what parts of me remain? What new parts are emerging? Try this. Write a letter to your past self, acknowledging the journey and offering gratitude. Then write a letter to your future self, filled with hope and encouragement. Dr. Ken Deichtwald, a gerontologist, reminds us that retirement is not the end, but a new beginning. This compassionate approach helps ease anxiety and opens the door to growth. Consider George, who struggled with identity loss after retiring from teaching. He began journaling and found peace in recognizing he was still a teacher, just in a different way. Compassion toward ourselves is the soil where new purpose can take root. Insight 5. Cultivate curiosity and lifelong learning. The brain is like a muscle. It thrives on challenge and novelty. Retirement can be the perfect time to reignite curiosity. Dr. Lavra Carstensen, a socio-emotional selectivity theory, shows that older adults prioritize emotionally meaningful experiences, but also benefit from new learning. Try taking a class in something you've always wanted to explore, learning a new language or musical instrument, joining a book club or discussion group, exploring technology to connect with distant friends or family. Dr. Becca Livy's work also highlights that maintaining a positive, engaged mindset can protect cognitive health. Take Helen, who at 70 started learning Spanish online. It's challenging, but it keeps my mind sharp and my spirit excited. Curiosity keeps us vibrant, connected, and purposeful. The final light. Let's dive a little deeper into the science of aging and purpose. Neuroscientists have found that the aging brain remains remarkably plastic, capable of forming new connections throughout life. This neuroplasticity means that even after retirement, we can rewire our brains through new experiences and learning. Dr. Becca Livy's studies on aging stereotypes reveal a fascinating truth. How we think about aging affects our brain health and longevity. Positive self-perceptions can slow cognitive decline and improve resilience. Dr. Mo Wang's research on work and retirement transitions highlights that purpose acts as a psychological buffer, reducing stress and promoting well-being. In other words, purpose is not just a feel-good concept. It is a biological necessity for thriving in later life. The takeaway? Your brain is still growing, adapting, and ready to embrace new meaning. From knowing to becoming, if today you feel like a leaf fallen from the tree, let me remind you, a fallen leaf is not the end of the tree. It nourishes the soil. You are still very important, still needed, still capable of meaning. And if you're still searching for purpose, it is not because you relate, it is because you are still alive. I want to close with a quote from Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist who survived a concentration camp. Meaning is never given. It is always found. And everyone, including you, has the chance to find it at any age. So if you wake up today and ask, what is my use now? My answer is, to love, to share wisdom, and to be fully present in this still beating life. Thank you for your time. I'm Ordinary People, your online neighbor and fellow retiree. Let's keep finding meaning. Every day, one small meaningful step at a time. Until the next reflection, is forgetfulness a sign of decline, or a chance to reset life's priorities? Next, we'll explore the surprising side of the aging brain, and why retirement can be the brightest time to reignite our mental connections. Until then, live with curiosity and wholehearted love. Your thoughts matter to us. We'd truly love to hear your reflections in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else too. If this video brought a smile or stirred a memory, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to walk this journey with us again, tap the bell icon. We'd be honored to have you with us next time. I'm Ordinary People. Remember, your life's meaning is still unfolding. Let's discover it together.